Hello everybody, today I'm here and I am going to do a tarot horoscope reading for Aries for the month of June. Don't forget while you're here to check out my other playlists, such as my meditations playlist. There's a new meditation that's been uploaded that you might find interesting and pleasant to do. So I'm going to be using my normal 3 decks, the Messenger Oracle deck, Dreams of Gaia deck, and the Art of Tarot deck. Okay. So I'm going to draw the Dreams of Gaia cards. And the Art of Tarot cards. Okay, so this reading, because of the time of month, it may bleed into July. Okay, so the Messenger Oracle card that's been drawn is Be Without Malice. So that's an overall advice and energy to embody for the month. Okay, so that energy is all about how the advice is not to deny your emotions, to deny the past hurts and traumas that have been you have experienced, but to allow the emotion to come in and then leave without inspiring you to retaliate. Because every time you retaliate, you do the same to somebody else that they've done to you, and then there's a knock-on effect, as they also then allow the emotion to inspire them to act, which do the same to others. And you can see you start with one person, and suddenly you've got thousands, if not millions or billions of people all reacting out their emotions without allowing emotions to simply flow through them. And eventually you may be the one that did it, but if you allow your anger and your spite to inspire you to harm another or hurt another, no matter how justified you feel, eventually a person within that circle that has been hurt is going to come back and do the same to you again. It's a never-ending cycle. So the first Arthur Tarot card that's been drawn is the Queen of Pentacles, and that's been paired with the Faith card. The Pentacles are about finances or your financial life. Okay, so these two cards married are about the kind, it's advising you to do two things in this first week of June. One is to believe in yourself. Believe that you are capable of achieving what you desire to achieve. That's likely to be something to do with work or career or education, something related to your financial life. It's indicating there might be something you're aspiring to. Perhaps you're looking for a new job. Perhaps you're looking to change careers. Perhaps you are looking to start a new course of education related to your work life. Perhaps it's a new hobby. Perhaps it's a new facet within your current working environment. Whatever the case may be, the advice here is that you assume the energy of somebody who has already achieved that and been successful at it. By assuming that energy and embodying those characteristics, you make it much more likely that you will achieve your goals for two reasons. One is how you present yourself. The energy that you give out will affect how others respond to you, how they treat you, what faith and confidence they have in you. And secondarily, by embodying that persona of the version of you that has already achieved that, you will embody the confidence of that person, that version of you that has already achieved that. But in order to do this successfully initially requires faith and self-belief in yourself. If you truly, deeply do not believe that you are able to achieve this, then it's going to be very difficult for you to really own that persona and energy. You are who you are meant to be at this time. The lessons that you have learnt from your life, all of your experiences, all of your knowledge, and all of your accrued wisdom. You are where you are supposed to be at this time. Let go of any regrets from the past. Let go of any, I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd decided not to do that. The past is done. It's gone. Everything that you have done or not done was how it was meant to be. You can't change what you did in the past, but you can change how you act today and how you act in the future. You create your own reality by manifesting your dreams and your desires. A part of that process is to be able to have faith in yourself and who you are today. One of the advices from the tarot in this week is that in order to achieve whatever this is that you're trying to achieve, set yourself simple goals. One of the best ways to build confidence is to do that, is set yourself a very simple set of goals, achievable. It's very important these goals are achievable, that they are realistic. Do not set yourself goals that you know is going to be difficult for you to achieve. Make sure they're in an appropriate time frame. As you achieve these goals, tick them off, put them on a list, put them on your refrigerator, your cupboard, your bedroom door, your wardrobe door, whatever you want, somewhere where you are going to see them often, even if you're not consciously looking at it, because we see everything in our subconscious brain. But as you achieve each one, you tick them off or cross them off your list. Do something to clearly show that you've achieved that. By doing this, you help to retrain your brain to think about you in a different way. You start to embody more confidence, more self-esteem. It builds up your self-belief and your faith in yourself and your own abilities. Over time, you make the goals a little more complex, challenging yourself. But it's very important initially to keep them simple and easily achievable. There's no point making them more complex and hard to achieve initially when your confidence is already low. You're just hurting yourself more. Sounds very simple, but it works. Okay, the second cards. We've got the Queen of Swords reversed. The swords are logic and reason. And that has been paired with the healing card reversed. That's my cat, by the way, squeaking at me. I apologise. Okay, something that might come to a head in this second week of June, or possibly third week, if this leads into July. It's indicating that there may be a problem in your life, an individual who's manipulative. This person is very skilled at this. It's very skilled at manipulating. Ruthless is a word that comes to mind. Very ruthless. This is a person that knows what they want and is not afraid and won't balk at stepping or treading on anybody to get that. This is a person who is only interested in themselves and their own achievements. They care and look after and be friends with others as long as they are useful. But the minute they're not useful, they are fair game. Do you know somebody like this? Is there somebody in your life who's been in your life for a while, perhaps? Perhaps this is a new person coming into your life. Be careful that this is not energy that you are tempted for some reason to embody this week. Be careful that you are not using manipulation over others. It being paired to the reversed healing card is suggesting that you may need help this week, assistance, somebody to help you deal with this person, this individual. If that's the case, do not try to ignore this individual. Do not try to assume that if you simply ignore them, they will go away. Although often that is true, sometimes it's not when their manipulation of you is useful to them in some fashion. You may need support from others who can help you with this situation, not to react or inflict hurt or revenge back, but to back you up. A second pair of eyes. The other part of these cards, the other aspect of it, especially the reverse healing card, may be that it also suggests possibly there's a medical condition, a physical ailment that you have been putting off getting help for. Perhaps you have been thinking, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. If I don't think about it, it's not there. Perhaps you have been trying to use mind over matter to heal yourself in some fashion. That can often work. But the card is suggesting in this case, you need help. Whatever you're trying to do to heal yourself or by ignoring it isn't working. And now's the time to face up that sometimes we all need a little bit of help. Whether this is to go to complementary therapy, alternative therapy, or for traditional allopathic therapy in medicine. Either way, check it out. Don't ignore it if there's something that's bothering you. And bear in mind that stress will cause disease and illness in our physical bodies. So if you do not deal with this manipulator who may be manipulating this week, the stress, even if it's very low level, over time chips away at your resistance to infection and can cause illness and disease and dysfunction within your physical body. This may be a warning that if you don't deal with this situation this particular time, that this may lead to ill health later. Okay, the third card this week. The Four of Pentacles reversed. Financial world again. And this has been paired with the Mother card. Okay. The Four of Pentacles indicates that in your working life, your financial life, the outcome that you desire is illusory. There's a feeling that perhaps no matter what you do or what you try, you just can't seem to quite achieve what your goals are, what your desires are. Are your talents being marginalised by others? Are they being ignored? Is somebody not in a position of authority, not recognising what you can do, not accepting your capabilities, not appreciating what you do? Are you living in a perpetual state of just earning enough to cover your basic needs, never quite being able to accrue just how much you want? There's an indication here with both these cards that this situation is a result of a fear. It could be that you have a fear of taking risks. That you are one of these people that worry always about the outcome. What ifs? Do you have a fear of change? Does it make you anxious? Is this holding you back? Any fears like this that are inside are going to be affecting your reality and your ability to achieve your dreams. If your dreams require change, require taking risks, require acting in a way that causes a slight anxiety or even a deep anxiety within you, then that is going to be preventative in your life to enable you in order to achieve your dreams. Remember these first cards, that in order to achieve something, you need to embody the energy of somebody who's already successful at it. If you have a fear or anxiety about that scenario, it's going to be very difficult for you to do that convincingly, not only to yourself, but to others. Remember, 80% of our communication is non-verbal, and a large part of it is non-visual, in terms that what I mean by that is we read other people's energy. You know the situation where somebody walks into a room and suddenly they bring the mood straight down. You can sense somebody's stress. You can sense somebody's anger. When you meet new people, we often get gut feelings about somebody. This is all our intuitive sense reading many different cues, but one of those cues are their energy signatures. We may not be able to literally see this with our physical eyes, although some can, but it is there, and that has been proven scientifically. How the energy, the characteristics, the persona that you present to the world changes your energy signature, changes your energy body, and other people read that. It's very difficult to act in front of an intuitive, because a lot of times they'll be able to tell, and many people don't even realize they're intuitive or how strong their intuitive sense is. So these cards are suggesting that you are actually stalling your own progression, that it's your deep-seated fears that are preventing you from progressing along the path that you wish to. The other advice of these cards is also that whatever your dreams are doesn't mean you're meant to achieve them. Sometimes it's the struggle, it's the path, it's the journey that's important, not the outcome. The lessons we learn about ourselves, others, and our reality along the way, which is the important thing. Do you remember that song, The Climb? It's very true. It's the climb that's important. It's the experience that's important, not the outcome of it. And often the outcome is very different from what we expected or hoped for or tried to manifest. The message from these cards is that is okay. Accept that. Let go of your fear of what the outcome will be and simply accept whatever occurs. Learn from the experience, enjoy the experience, and then move on. Okay, so the last cards of the month. We have a major arcana, which is the Sun. And this has been paired with the Emotions card reversed. Okay. The upright sun card is a fortuitous card. It's a nice card. It signifies that there's some happy news this at the end of this month coming your way. It could be a birth of a child, a marriage proposal, a marriage. Good health. Perhaps this relates to previous in the month, is seeking medical advice for a problem you've been ignoring. It's a card that signifies that at this time it represents you being in a walled garden filled with sunlight, all the comforts of a sunny day, a refuge. It indicates that now is a time where things will be calm and you will be protected at this time. That any challenges or issues or problems that you've been going through prior to the month, this last week of June or the first week of July, will be a time where you can simply take a breather and rest and absorb the energy of the sunlight. I don't necessarily mean it's going to be sunny. I mean metaphorically that you can rest this week, that there shouldn't be any more new challenges coming your way. So this is a good week for you to work on yourself. This is a good week for you to look at your own emotions. It's been paired with the emotions card reversed, which indicates there's an issue with you of repressed emotion. Repressed emotion is emotion that you're in denial of, that we do when we repress our emotions, we're not allowing those emotions to be expressed. We're not even allowing them to come out of their dark corner. The problem with that is those emotions will always be there. They're always there. And what happens is then when we lose control because of a stressful situation or an argumentative situation, or our inhibitions or are low, our health is low, we're suffering from ill health, those emotions use those times when our control is weakest to come out and be expressed. The problem is when we express them at those times, they are expressed uncontrollably, without mindfulness, without us being consciously in control of their expression. This can be very destructive to yourself, to others around you, to your relationships. It is much better to allow your emotions to be expressed when they first become apparent. It's a bit like letting steam out of a kettle that's constantly boiling. If you don't allow the steam out, that kettle is going to blow up. So this is a good week for you to reflect on that, for you to look at yourself. What emotions have I been repressing? And we're all repressing some. Where do those emotions come from? Are there any past traumas that I've not dealt with yet? Are they still buried there to come out at the most inopportune times? Often we overreact to situations, not because the situation deserves such an extreme reaction, but because it is reminiscent of another situation in the past. And we react almost automatically in the same way as that past event. It's similar to when we smell a smell and it brings back a very vivid memory. It's that kind of automatic reaction, and that's because the emotions from a past event have never really been analyzed and dealt with by you. Never really dealt with those emotions. There's a technique that you can look on YouTube, and it's called faster EFT, or a faster tapping. And it's a mindfulness technique to allow you to deal with buried emotional issues and trauma, a way for you to bring them out in a controlled and safe manner, and at the same time reprogram your memory to replace extreme negative emotions with more positive ones, to prevent those extreme negative emotional responses to keep resurging throughout your life. So I would suggest that this is a very good week for you to do this, for you to learn this technique or a similar one. While the waters are calm, then is a time for you to work on yourself. Okay, and that's the end of the reading. So I hope this is very helpful for you all this month. Remember the oracle card, be without malice. Now that means be without malice to yourself as well. Look after yourself. If you're beating yourself up about something, pack it in. It's not going to do you any good. Forgive yourself. You're only a human being, as are we all. We all make mistakes. The important thing is to learn from it. If we never made mistakes, we'd never learn anything. There wouldn't be any point in life then. Okay, so I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you at the end of June for July's reading. And don't forget to check out the meditations. Meditation is a marvelous way for you to help with buried emotions and also personal development. It's also a great stress reliever, helps you sleep, helps you with depression, and helps your physical health as well via helping all of these other things. Okay, thank you very much for coming. Oh, please, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it. It is really important in terms of analytics and getting the video seen by others. And also, please remember to share on your social media or other platforms and subscribe. And I've been told YouTube have changed their notification settings. So if you tick the notification bell now, you get various options come up. So just bear that in mind. Okay, thank you.